Good morning, viewers. Today we have an interesting topic. Have you observed any of the following lately? Wood that sounds hollow when tapped, a temporary swarm of winged insects in your home or project, or from the soil around your home or project, any cracked or termite droppings, mud tubes on exterior walls, wooden beams, or in crawl spaces, discarded wings from swarmers. These are strong indicators that point towards only one thing, which is called termite infestation. Termite infestation is difficult to detect as they work from the inside to the outside. All these things are present inside the building. So that is the reason it is very difficult to identify what these things are. Do you know interesting facts about termites? Termites need support to survive, and your belongings like wood, your furniture, boxes, or even wooden flooring, doors and window frames, and paper are majorly at risk. These are all very attractive items for termites. Termites actually live hundreds of feet below the ground, right near the foundation of your house or building. Yes, you might have seen while doing excavation 15 meter below, sometimes 50 feet, 100 feet below also, vast numbers of termites will be there. You will be surprised to see those kinds of termites. And very, very big termites also I have seen some cases. Termite infestation is not in numbers of tens or hundreds. There would be huge colonies in thousands that you have to deal with. They spread their wings in no time, eating into every corner of your home or office. If neglected, you might just not have anything left in a few months' time. Then what is the way? The only one solution is anti-termite treatment. Today, we are discussing these aspects in the detail. Contents: introduction of termite treatment, already done, pre-construction stage, post-construction stage, construction stages treatments, PPEs, personal protective equipments, photos, and checklists. We will discuss one by one in detail. For the viewers' benefit, I am introducing myself. I am N. Srinivasa, a professional civil engineer. My credentials are: I have 30 plus years of experience in the field of construction, backing with the engineering degree from recognized university and completed PMC. I am a member of the Institute of Engineers and a registered engineer in BBMP. I worked with many reputed builders, contractors, and MNCs and ran my own construction company. I have expertise in various kinds of constructions, including residential, commercial, and industrial buildings. I am well versed with ISO standards for quality, environmental, and OSHAs. I have done construction audits, observations, checkings, and improvements for many reputed companies, manufacturing units, contractors, builders, developers, and for all types of construction materials. I do training and development for all engineers in the field as well as institutions. Mission: I am committed to bring appropriate values and quality in construction by serving 1 lakh people across the country. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Pre-construction anti-termite treatment. If you are planning to build a house or develop your property for building your house, termite control is the first thing you should think of. This is very important. First, you need to do the termite treatment and then you go for other activities. The use of highly professional and advanced techniques for treating the termite infestation problem is highly required. You need to take professional advice and professional service for this anti-termite treatment. Direct liquid treatments are applied to the outside, inside, and also in the foundation to eliminate the termites completely. That means the treatment has to be given inside the building first and then outside the building and also periphery of the walls. Direct injection of liquid pesticide, termicide, in areas like the foundation, within the foundation walls and also areas under the concrete slabs is part of specialized termite control treatment plan. Pre-construction termite treatment stages. Treat the sides and bottom surface of the foundation trenches and pits with the chemical to a height of about 30 centimeter at the rate of 5 liter per square meter of surface area. Here 5 liter per square meter of surface area. If you take 1 meter by 1 meter per meter, 5 liters liquid is required. For example, if the building measurements is approximately a 30-40 sites, there you need to go for 5 meters into 5 meters, 25 meters. So 25 into 5, 25 liters liquid is required for 130, 30-40 site. Like this is the calculation. Backfilling earth on each side of all built up walls, which will be in immediate contact with the foundation, should be treated with the chemical at the rate of 7.5 liters per linear meter of vertical surface of the substructure to a depth of 45 centimeter. From 45 centimeter height only, you need to give the treatment in this case. The chemical should be directed towards the masonry surfaces so that earth in contact with these surfaces is well treated with the chemical. The point to be very much noted here, the treatment has to be given only for the well compacted earth surface, because when once the treatment has been given at any point of time, the treatment surfaces should not be disturbed. That is the reason why the treatment has to be given only for the well compacted surface earth. Within the plinth walls, with chemical at the rate of 5 liter per square meter, ensure backfill against foundation is treated to its full depth. Caution: builders should take care that any disruption of the barrier during later construction work, example creation of gardens over the treated barrier, may lead to untreated gaps. This is what I am stressing just now. See, creation of garden over the treated barrier, which is coming up later after 1 year. While doing the landscaping work, the gardener will come and he will dig for 2 feet or 2.5 feet earth. He unnecessarily damages the well compacted, treated, and already the ATT has been given. That treated surface is disturbed and loose soil has been put because the well compacted soil is not suitable for the gardening purposes. So he will put other soil, maybe red soil or fertile soil or something. There is a chances of entering the termite into the building. The care should be taken in those cases. Post-construction anti-termite treatment for existing buildings. If there is a loose soil around the walls of your building, this is around the walls of the building, loose soil. Imagine there is a loose soil here. What is going to happen? Dig a shovel width trench close to the external wall of the building, exposing to the foundation wall surface up to a depth of 2 feet. That means you need to dig earth for about 2 feet depth, and then only the treatment has to be given like this. If there exists a concrete bed around the walls of your building, see, concrete surface is around the walls of our building. This is the concrete surface. In that case, what should we do? Holes are drilled as close as possible to the plinth wall, about 300 mm, 1 feet apart from each other. So that means next photograph you can able to see number of holes has to be dig 30 centimeter apart. That means 300 mm apart, and depth also 300 mm. Then the treatment in the holes, the liquid has to be poured. So that is what, 1 meter apart from each other. Insecticide or chemical is then poured so that it reaches the soil to eliminate the termite present there and to stop them from reinfesting. So it has to go up to 300 mm depth. Then only it will go into the roots. If your building is in columns, the holes are drilled around the columns and insecticide poured into the soil. Suppose imagine this is a column. So all around the column, the holes has to be drilled like that. The whole length of the, I am showing this section here, the depth you can make out a 300 mm depth, but the lengthwise also 300 mm, 300 mm intervals, regular intervals, you need to go for the termite treatment. Wooden portions of the building are treated. This is very important. Further, on all floors, woodwork like doors and windows, which are at high risk to termite attack, are also protected by treatment. Woods are more likely dangerous and which attracts more frequently the termites. So more treatment and enough treatment, strong treatment has to be given for the wooden surfaces. See here, I have already told the 300 mm, 300 mm, the width has to be maintained and the depth also 300 meter. In the lines, the systematic lines has to be drawn. There, the treatment has to be given. The purpose of pre-construction anti-termite treatment. It is the treatment to concrete structures of protect against attack by subtermite termites by standard chemical measures. This chemical treatment acts as a barrier for termites. Yes, termite treatment for new construction and for existing construction also very important to be done at appropriate time and stages. The work shall be carried out by authorized pest control agency. This point is to be noted very clearly. Should produce a document of guarantee for satisfactory performance of termite treatment for a minimum period of 10 years. Authorized agency, they will give 10 years warranty because they are very professional. They will follow the systematic procedure as per the highest standards and they will give 10 years guarantee and they will do the work also like that specifications. Treatment is to be applied. Note, treatment is to be applied for well compacted and leveled earth surface only. We have already discussed. Construction stages, anti-termite treatment in construction shall be carried out during different stages of structure below foundation level up to plinth level. The approved chemical is to be used for treatment covers footings, bottom, foundation trenches, columns, flooring area below PCC, plain cement concrete. For expansion joints and all joints, junctions of floor and walls as per the standard specifications set by IS 6313. This is the code IS 6313 part 2 1981 coming in the next slides. Chlorpyriphos. Unless otherwise specified, based on experience, I would prefer here the chemical to be used is chlorpyriphos 20% EC with ISI certification. I have used this chlorpyriphos 20% liquid in many cases, which gives fantastic results. So, general purpose, this can be used. This can be considered as a ATT, special ATT treatment. The dosage of treatment in the ratio 1:20 is applicable by dilute 1 part of chlorpyriphos 20% EC with 20 parts of water in order to get 1% chemical emulsion. That means, suppose if you take 1 liter of chlorpyriphos, that chemical, you need to take 20 parts of water. The 20 parts of water has to be mixed with this 1 liter of chlorpyriphos. Then you will get 1% chemical emulsion. Authorized and well experienced personnel from termite control should handle the chemical by nozzle sprayers. Through nozzle sprayers, DDT, you might have seen that DDT applicable in the roads and all, streets and all. The same thing with the nozzle, help of the nozzle, the hose pipe, you can see in the next photographs. See here, this is what I meant, the can, which is a fully sealed can, no leakages will be there, airtight containers. You can call it as airtight container. People's protective equipment, PPE. People must wear necessary safety measures like goggles. This is very, very important. Goggles, face masks, rubber boots, hand gloves, etc. Before spraying the chemical, check the wind direction and avoid spraying the chemical in the direction of wind. Suppose if the wind is coming in the west direction, you need to stand opposite to that direction and see that the wind forces are minimum, then only you can apply the nozzle spray. Otherwise, if the wind force is too much, you cannot do the treatment. For all horizontal and vertical surfaces, the chemical emulsion dosage rate is 7.5 liters. Already we have. For along the periphery of concrete structure or building, insert crowbar at regular intervals of 150 mm distance. See here, inserting crowbar with 150 mm distance, regular intervals, and depth also 150 mm. 300 mm depth apart and 150 mm depth maybe. The emulsions directly into the hole. By applying the anti-termite treatment in the said manner, as we discussed, an uninterrupted barrier will be created throughout the building, coming in contact with soil by all types of structures such as PCC, footings, columns, stones, bricks, or solid blocks. What is going to happen after the treatment is which create an uninterrupted barrier. So as a result of that, the termite cannot enter into the building on all sides of the building, either inside, outside, and wherever the treatment has been given. See some of the photographs, you can see earth surface is ready for ATT and checking for compaction is under progress. See whether fully compacted or not, then only we can go for the anti-termite treatment. Here myself as examining here whether the compaction has been done correctly or not. Taken the field dry density test also, checking with the moisture content, which are giving more 98% of the field dry density, then only so I have given the permission for going the anti-termite treatment. Even though people are keeping everything is ready, after my inspection, after my confirmation, then they started the work. This is the importance of carry out, giving importance to the well compacted surface. There only the treatment has to be given. See here the mixing 1 liter chemical, like that 1 liter 1 liter. So Chlorpyriphos they are putting into the water. Application of termite treatment here, and holes has to be received the termite treatment here. Here the termite treatment below foundation is as per IS 1613 part 2 1981. Here these surfaces, wherever the surfaces are there for the normal foundation, the treatment has to be given like this. The thick lines indicates the treatment has to be given like this, and here also like this. This is as per IS standards. And here treatment below foundation as per IS 1613 part 2 2001. Here also like this. The treatment has to be given like this, and here. And next slides indicate here ATT is not required below RCC footings. That is the reason even IS prescribes IS 1613 below RCC footings. The treatment is not required. Many times people might have doing the treatment here, but which is not required. Why? Because base concrete itself is a 4 inches, minimum 4 inches, and 6 inches will be there. And above that again RCC column will be there, footing will be there, and side also well compacted earth will be there. That is the protection. So if we do the termite treatment for a depth of let us say 2 feet below ground level, that is more than sufficient. So the thick protection layer will be formed here only. So if the protection layer is formed here in the 2 feet depth, there is no point of puncturing this and going up to this depth, up to the maximum depth, the termite, which is not possible. That is the reason unnecessary. Don't spend money for foundation below base concrete where the footing is coming. So which is not required as per IS 1613 part 2. And this is checklist for quality activity anti-termite treatment. So item pre-execution checks, checks during execution, post-execution checks. These are all the checklists we need to follow for the anti-termite treatment. Please subscribe, like, comment and share this video with all your friends, groups, family and well-wishers. So this is the topic what we have discussed, anti-termite treatment. Pranams, my home I design. N. Srinivas. Thank you.